Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Gaynor.
Office Bloke Aidan.
Here we are, all three of us. If Patreon's your thing, check out the link in the description below. Loads of stuff on there. Starts at $3 a month.
Do it.
You get things like full watch-alongs to things like Seinfeld, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Modern Family, Welcome to Wrexham, F is for Family.
Oh, that's sick, that.
There's loads of stuff on there, so check
Quizzes.
it out. Check it out. Tasted American Gumbo for the first time. I don't think I've ever had Gumbo.
I'm not even really too sure what it is.
It's like a cross between a stew and a soup.
Does Gumbo have like
Rice in it and
shrimp?
Rice in a soup?
Prawns?
Yeah, nice.
Does it have prawns in it or no?
Oh, I like prawns.
That's more like a paella, isn't it? I think you can put. I think they put like sausage in it and
Right. I mean, I've heard of it. I've obviously heard of it.
chicken.
Yeah, chicken. Yeah, I've heard of chicken gumbo, yeah. So let's get to Lawrence lost in a pond. Let's get into
Guess
it.
he's going to make it.
Taste an American gumbo.
Yeah, it looks
for
like
the
he's about
first
to
time.
make it.
Or made it, because a lot of pans would need washing there.
Yeah.
As a British person who's lived in the United States for 16 years, there are still some American food items that I've yet to try.
What's with the massive
If
air
you've been watching my
vent?
channel recently, you'll know that recently I made shrimp and grits recently. And today we're turning to another southern dish, gumbo. For my British viewers who are asking, what on earth is gumbo? I don't know. So to find out, I asked an expert.
I go by Naomi Loves History on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok. That's kind of where I show my historical costuming, sometimes historical cooking as well. Gumbo is, I feel like it's a disservice to call it a soup, but it's in like the soup territory. It is a dish that is derived from West African culture, and it was really taken in by a lot of like Creole people in Louisiana. So you have French and Spanish and West African influence, of course, on this dish. The word gumbo comes from a West African word, which is gombo, like G-O-M-B-O, and that is meaning okra. Traditional gumbo, you have the base vegetable is going to be okra, and that was brought across by enslaved people from West Africa. And so it is a whole dish that is comprised of seafood and meats and rice. The base is like a really spicy roux, like with all these different types of spices. And so once you are able to put all these...
You know I don't cook very often,
That sounds like something that'll be my cup of tea.
Yeah.
That.
I made something the other day and you'd never tried it. And it's something that would have been right up your cup of tea as well.
Right up your cup of tea.
Right up
Would
your
have been
street.
right up your street, sorry. It would have been right your cup of tea or right up your street, right? But I made a buffalo chicken pot pie.
Was it good?
It was actually quite good, wasn't it?
It was a bit dry.
It was missing some. It wasn't dry like.
Dry. It was dry, wasn't it?
Needed like a gravy with it, but I couldn't think of a buffalo sauce gravy to
No,
why
I
just
said
put
next
buffalo
time.
sauce on
No,
it?
I said next time make it more like a cheese-based sauce. And then add the chicken and buffalo sauce
with the
into
cheese
that.
sauce onto it, sort of like pour like a cheese base.
Like a chicken and cheese pie with buffalo sauce on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would go with it. But the pie itself was quite nice.
Yeah.
It was pretty tasty, but it was. I don't know if anyone's ever made one before, but I made it anyway.
Fair
And
enough.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
But next time we go, I'm gonna have to try this because this sounds something I'd
I
like.
can make this.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Don't need to
do
go and
that.
try. Don't need to a restaurant and got it at home.
Yeah.
These ingredients together, it comes into this super warm, hearty meal.
Thanks, Naomi. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, do that now. That was aimed at the general viewer, not Naomi. In the meantime, join me as I attempt to not blow up my house and, in fact, make and try American gumbo for the first time. Now, unlike with the shrimp and grits, I decided that we were going to chop everything well in advance of the video in order to avoid some of the problems that I ran into last time. Also, because there's a particular part of this recipe that takes ages, and that is roux, which apparently takes 45 minutes to make. Naomi, would it be a big problem if we skip the roux?
I'd say the thing that makes gumbo the way it is the roux. Like all the other things, you know, is preference and taste and texture, you know, whatever. But the roux is what makes it, because that is your base. That is where the depth of flavor comes from. And so, like, if you don't have unfortunately, it's not going to be.
I've made a roux before, and I thought it was just flour and butter. And then it goes into like little balls, and that's what you use to thicken it. So how can it take so long?
I thought a roux was like a street in France sort of thing.
Yeah, that's same.
Yeah, it's that's closest I'm gonna get. If someone said to me, "What's a roux?" I'd answer it. Something to do with the streets in France.
Really?
Yeah, R-U-E, roux.
No, this
Well,
is...
if they said that alongside with cooking, if it takes 45 minutes, you've obviously got it
You're on a
completely
long-
wrong going.
You're on a long roux, a motorway.
Be classified as gumbo.
Right, well, I don't want to incur the wrath of everybody in New Orleans, where this is apparently a popular dish during Mardi Gras, which is about to happen. So, if nothing else, this will make for great drunken entertainment. Anyway, let's get started on the roux. Today's recipe comes from Tastes Better from Scratch with Lauren Allen. According to the recipe, you need 4 things to make roux. You need a deep pot, I'm just going to remove the lid for now, all-purpose flour, vegetable oil or canola oil, and, Jesus, a whisk.
So ours is taking 45
there are
minutes
3
then.
unavoidable certainties in life: death, taxes, and my own inability to cook. Now, in the past, this has always led to some regrettable life choices, like making a full English breakfast at 10 p.m. with nothing but a single egg and some suspicious-looking bacon. Okay, the recipe calls for 2 to 3 cups of oil, which that sounds like a lot to me. I've just realised it meant 2/3. Alright, that should do it.
Don't put that much oil in the car.
1 cup of flour. And now we whisk until my arm dies. All right, so it says in the recipe that we've got to do this, you know, for a long time until it turns brown. It's already started to do that, although at the minute it kind of looks like vomit. You just keep stirring it, apparently, and eventually it's going to have the texture of cookie dough. I can't hold the whisk like that because the pot's in the way, so I have to hold it like that, and it's very uncomfortable. Now my dog's asking me to go for a walk. What is it, Arthur? He's ringing the bell. Cannot go for a walk right now, but Tara's not here. Hey, production! Can you take my dog on a walk? He needs one. So we'll just see where it goes, and I'll just keep doing this for 45 minutes. Better put a timer on. Do I do this the whole time? That seems excessive, which makes me wonder, how did somebody discover
I would not be
that
doing it the
make
whole time,
roux?
mate.
Like,
He questions cooking like I do. I'm
Yeah.
like, are you sure I need to be doing this? And he's like, I'm sure there must be a quicker way.
Yeah.
That's the way I always think. There must be a quicker way to do this than going through all this rigmarole.
Yeah.
Rigmarole.
who just stood here and did this for an hour? Come on. I'm still here. I can still not feel my soul. I'm on my own and battery exhausted. Oh, This is why I'm not a chef. This is why I am more interested in talking about word differences between Britain and America and things that don't require much physical activity. Because I've been stirring this now for almost 30
brown.
minutes.
That'll
and it's
do.
still liquid. It is darker brown, but it's liquid. Now I did see a bit of thickness in there, but the recipe says that if it doesn't start looking like cookie dough, then put more flour in and just mix it in. Well, here we are in September 2025, or 1987, and it still looks like the river that Augustus Gloop fell into. So I'm going to clear my head, take the dog for a walk, and see if we can salvage this when I get back.
Well, say what you like about my cooking, Arthur, but
Takeaway.
Nigella probably didn't take her dog for a walk mid-prep.
He's going to go buy
so
one
we're
from the
back
shop
from
at
the
Gumbo.
walk. What? We're back from the walk, and it's time to look at the roux, which looks like it's done. How did this happen? It's almost like
Probably just
somebody
didn't
felt
have to,
sorry for me
Yeah.
while I was out
you're meant
and
to
fixed
stop
my
to,
mistake.
mixing
Now
it.
we have to make something else brown. Sausages. So it says do this on medium-high heat for about 3 minutes, and then after that we're going to just turn these over and put them on a plate. So that should be nice and easy.
I do like sausage.
Okay, we've accidentally burned the sausages because I got distracted by the dog who wanted to go outside. And
They
we've
actually still
not
look all right,
lined up
though.
on that. So let's
Making me
fix
look like
this.
Gordon Ramsay
Yeah.
here.
Can't fix it, can you? But we'll just have burnt sausages. It's fine. Don't worry about that. Maybe this will be good. You know, some people like it when it's nice and crispy. Turn, you. Oh. So now we make the actual gumbo by mixing everything together so that hopefully my wife doesn't realise that I burned one of the key ingredients. First things first, we put in the chicken broth. Oh, it's just spraying up a bit. There we go. Green pepper, which... Oh,
The brown stuff seems
that's
to be
yellow.
stuck at the
Yeah.
bottom, didn't it?
Look, that's okay. It should be because we've got a lot of green right here. Garlic. So let's just stir
Rabbit
all this
food.
together, including the roux, which I can no longer see. Oh, it's coming up. That's good. We're going to spice it up a little bit with some Cajun seasoning. That feels appropriate for New Orleans. Get in there. Hey, it's starting to look like the picture until I add the burnt sausages. So this is really good. They do love shrimp in New Orleans. Spoon it in, because if I just drop this in, I know that boiling water will splash back at me. There you go. Okay, put them in, stir it a little bit.
That's what I'd
Chicken,
do.
same thing. Get it on that. Put it in. Don't know if I've got enough of this, because between
It's not
you and
telling
me,
us where
I
it
got
is.
peckish this morning and made myself a chicken sandwich.
No,
chicken,
chicken.
I
yeah.
think that I pulled too much chicken to begin with anyway, so hopefully there's enough here. Look at that, it's turning into gumbo. I can't believe it. So there's the sausages. Beautiful. You know what? I like burnt sausages. It's going to be fine. Not sure how long I'm supposed to do this for. Set a timer for like, what,
45
5
minutes.
Now, one of the things that people were saying a lot of during my shrimp and grits video was that, actually, Lawrence, that looks amazing despite you. I'd be very interested to know what you all think of how this looks. I think it looks amazing and I can't wait to taste it. All right, we're just waiting
So
on
no
the rice now.
Oh yeah.
All right, the rice is done. The moment of truth is here. Is
Don't look too
gumbo
bad.
actually any good?
What is he
Let's
eating
see.
it out of?
Oh, wow.
Fruit bowl.
It is good. It is very good. Firstly, the burnt sausages are not an issue. In fact, I highly recommend burning your sausages. And the overall combination of
Cat wants
flavours in
some.
this is really exquisite.
That's what
I
he's
can
eating
see
out
why
of.
it's such a
Yeah.
big
Cat
deal.
full.
Given all the effort that went into this and given how good it actually tastes, this might be my new favourite American dish. So then the question that everybody in the world is asking right now is, Lawrence, how many Lorenzos out of 5 are you going to give it? I think this is one of those rare instances where it's so good, I am forced to give this meal, gumbo, 5 Lorenzos out of 5. Oh my gosh. I've made an absolutely massive bowl for myself because I don't have room in the fridge for a lot of this. So I'm going to have to eat in huge servings right now, which I'm not unhappy about. If, for whatever reason, you somehow like this video and you haven't seen me make shrimp and grits, you'll do that next. Until next time, goodbye.
I'd love to try that.
I think even you could make it.
Yeah, maybe. If it's, yeah. To be fair, it didn't look too hard, did it?
No.
Looked pretty straightforward, didn't it?
I think cooking really kind of is, yeah. But
Yeah,
like, I just don't know what things are.
It's the patience I've got with it. It's I run out of like patience very quickly. It's like painting and decorating and stuff like that. You know, you've got to have that patience to like sit there and go through the whole wall like bit by
And
bit.
when I like gets to some point, I'll think I've forgotten something from 10 minutes ago,
Yeah.
and then it's all messed up.
Yeah. I love cooking.
Yeah, I know. It's I've got the right sort of like ideas in my mind. I always think, oh, I'm going to do that, and then when I make it, I'm like, oh, I forgot the onions, or you know, and then you miss like key ingredients unless you're following some kind of like straight up recipe. But I see people baking and making stuff right from scratch, and I see some people now. What amazes me is when people make these amazing cakes. And they put them together and it looks like a shoe or it looks like a teddy bear or something. And I'm like, how would you make a cake look like that?
Yeah.
That can't be easy.
No.
And I seen someone yesterday cutting a piece of bread. And when they cut the piece of bread, inside the bread was like a dog's face.
Really?
Like they had like in like all different types of bread that made it look like a dog's face.
That's cool.
And I'm like, wow, I would never know how to do that.
No, I'm not artistic. What I'm very good at is looking in the fridge and being able to cook something with everything I've got in there.
Yeah.
And half the time I don't even tell you guys what's in there because I think if I told you, you wouldn't eat it.
Probably. Yeah.
You know all those little
Is that
pots
when
of
we
like
normally-
blue cheese and ranch and stuff?
Is that when we normally just get a takeaway after like 15 minutes of you cooking?
I just stick all them in.
What? Stick all them in what?
In the whatever she's cooking.
What I'm
Just adds them
cooking.
for flavour.
Yeah, I'm gonna order every night. Yeah.
Good though, Lawrence, as always. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget like and subscribe. Let us know if you want Aidan to make gumbo as well.
Yeah.
And, see what we do. Don't forget like and subscribe as well. We'll see you on the next one.
Cheers.
Bye.